Arsenal Fan TV America, welcome back. Another episode. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share so we can get you more videos. Not a great day for Arsenal fans today around the globe. Hey, listen, it is what it is. That's football. You win some and you lose some. So, I want to explain something real quick here. There is types of people and there are types of fans. We're all different. The only thing that is in common in all of us human beings is our differences. And Arsenal fans, different people. They're all support their club, love their club, but differently. How? You know, there's new generations that has not been supporting the club for years. Don't know the glory of the club, just saw what they saw in the past years. Maybe after Arsene Wenger, maybe they got a glimpse of Arsene Wenger. Maybe they didn't know Arsene Wenger. Maybe they didn't know George Graham before Arsene Wenger and what is the history. Who's Tony Adams? Was he the greatest captain? Who's Thierry Henry? Hey, listen, there's a lot of history for Arsenal. So new fans or fans that just got to know Arsenal not too long ago, hey, you know what, we're on top of the league, this is fine, it's just one loss, it's okay, and hey, listen, let's move on to the next game. And listen, I'm with you, it's okay, let's move on to the next game. But there's also, I can't forget the other fans that are so madly and deeply in love with this club that they can't stand Arsenal losing at any given point, at any given competition, on any given day, whether it's a real or friendly game or whatever. Right? I respect those fans also. I respect all Arsenal fans and I respect my football club. But I gotta tell you, every time I lose, I'm very, very sad. And I have to analyze the game. So we lost to Everton today, the new Everton. Let me just rephrase that. Why? Because they're a new team. You saw them playing with Frank Lampard not too long ago. They were the worst team ever in Europe. Frank Lampard is very strict. Players hated him. So now comes Sean Dice, which by no means is the greatest manager on earth or the worst manager. No, he's average. He comes in like he did in Burnley before, if I recall. Does a good job for a little bit, a couple of 3 months, 6 months. He can save a club. But then after that, his legacy has the tendency to sort of, wiggle away, if I may. So he's okay. But what we saw with Everton on this game earlier today, was the players really hated Frank Lampard so much and his regime and his, penalties and his this and that. And now they go to another manager. They want to prove themselves. They want to play for the Evertonian. Hey, listen, Everton and Liverpool is a big rivalry, Merseyside rivalry. It's a big rivalry. Everton is a club that's been around forever, right? So they have their fans and reputation. And the fans today played for the new manager and played for their reputation. That's why they were very frustrating on the day. And also he played with the same exact, frustrating way that Eddie Howe played with. And that's smart because that's the way, I guess, to stop Arsenal from beating you or to stop them from scoring. But Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, we got to come up with something to beat that system when these teams come up in front of us, because they'll happen again. And I don't want to see my team, losing an opportunity to be 8 points ahead of City. Yes, we're still top of the Premier League today. 5 points only against City. And I say only because if we beat Everton, it would have been 8. And if we drew, it would have been 6. And again, I don't like losing. So it's not such a great day from my perspective. However, I'm not freaking out. I'm not saying anything negative right now. I'm just saying that we have to really think about how to beat those teams that play that way. Waste time. Go in and beat them up, earlier, more fight. The ref is not going to give us what we need. And I'm going to talk about the ref real quick before we go into the tactical part of the game and who started and who's not. Today we saw 2 mistakes again. One wasn't even repeated by VAR at 78 minutes, I want to say, 70 some odd minute. There was a clearance that actually hit a defender's arm. VAR claimed they checked it, but they never showed it again, like they didn't for some reason. They only showed the shot earlier or prior to the incident from Trossard towards the Evertonian goalkeeper. The commentators claim that VAR did see it or looked at it, but we didn't see a review of it or anything like that, which was, to me, weird. Another one, penalty box. Gabriel get clipped without a ball. We can see it. They claimed VAR looked at it also. And again, Arsenal and their lucky streak with referees, but that's something we're used to now. So let's move on. Let's go to how we started. We started like we started the 5 or the 4 past games. This is the 5th consecutive game starting the same exact way. Ramsdale, of course, your number 1, is in goal. In front of him, the back 4, Zinchenko on one side. We all see him, of course, play like a center midfielder also during the game. But he is, on paper, we start with him as a left back, Ben White as a right back, and then Gabriel on the left side of center defending, and then next to him, his partner, William Saliba. In front of them, we see the 3 normal suspects, our 3 beloved midfielders and the engine of this Arsenal Football Club. Sitting in the middle, starting by Thomas Partey, and to his left would be Granit Xhaka, and to his right would be Martin Odegaard, our captain. We go to the right of him, or the right wing, the 3 up front, will be Bukayo Saka, and then we come to the left wing with Martinelli, and then in the middle was Eddie Nketiah, or your number 14, Eddie Nketiah. Arsenal started the game, as always, they have ball control, they have ball position, they have 70%. Everton only have 30%. Arsenal kind of lend them the ball and then they get it back. So they're going to start it as they will be winning this game. Unfortunately, we don't have that give and go. We still go to wing, bring it in, gets cut. We still play as, in my mind, what we fight for. But sometimes the fight, we don't always win it. Sometimes the fight, we go in, we lose. The 50-50 fights, we lose. But that penetration, that give and go, the one player that carries us inside, or the one player, of course, Thierry Henry is nobody like, that would, steal a goal by just his strength. We didn't have that. We didn't have somebody take this game, by the neck, like we say, and drive Arsenal forward and get a goal. So unfortunately, first half we go out 0-0. And then once again, and I say once again because same exact substitute, Thomas Partey goes out. I'm not sure, maybe he's hurt, maybe he's carrying an injury. So I don't want to blame Mikel Arteta 100%. But if you're going to take Partey out, you can't play the same way. You don't have a player that does the same thing. We got Jorginho, okay? And he was the substitute this time for Partey. Really early, 58 minutes. And I was surprised. Right away, we see Everton come and they score. We saw the same thing in the cup game when we got out of the cup, Man City at the Etihad, and you take Partey out, that hole is left because no man can fill it as much as he does. So at that point, if you're going to take him out for whatever reason you want to take him out for, which we don't know, change the gameplay. Maybe bring Zinchenko in his place with whomever it is that you maybe play 3-5-2. So you have 3 and 2 in the front of them, 5-3-2, 3-5-2. You got to identify a way. We're not going to just play one way. We can change on the fly. We can still beat you by changing on the fly, by changing what we do and our, way of playing. Hey, listen, our way of playing has been successful, so a lot of people are like, well, why that change? You change because you lost to Everton. You change because you lost to Man City. You change because Newcastle got a draw out of you because they frustrate you at the Emirates. Those teams will still do that. There's a lot of teams that will still do that. You change so you can find a way to beat those teams and to find a way to cement your points, top of the league, and the points difference between you and City, second. You have to do that. You have to maintain that. We have to be consistent. February 11th is our next game, and we are going to play Brentford at the Emirates Stadium. So hopefully we get back to our winning ways, because right after that is your Man City game, which is a crucial game in my mind. And it will be definitely a decider in this year titles race. I would have loved to see Arsenal 8 points, top of the league. However, we failed to do so today at the frustrating Goodison Park. Fans, ball boys, everybody was frustrating. They're holding the ball from Arsenal. They're kicking 2 balls. Everybody, some sort of a technique. I don't know. Sean Dice, has a tendency to do that. Sean, everywhere he goes, where he plays these cheap tactics. I wouldn't do that. But hey, listen, every coach is a different coach. Some of them, like myself, Mikel Arteta, and a lot of people, they want to play football. We want to play football. We want to defend. We want to run plays. We want to do it all. We want to play wings. We want to play in the middle. We want to play, cohesive. We want to play however we can to win a game, but we want to play, not kill the play or kill the game so I can just get a point or two. Hey, listen, he did what he could and he did what he should, and he won his team for his first game at Goodison Park in front of the Evertonians and got him 3 points. So listen, kudos to them. Unfortunately, again, I'm one of those Arsenal fans. I'm always going to be not happy when we lose, when we get out of a cup, even if it's a friendly game. At any given point, I want Arsenal Football Club to win all the time. And that is someone like me from back in the days, 30 some odd years, I'm a fan. You know, we saw Arsenal winning week in, week out, week in, week out. And yes, we had our bad days, of course. For all the Arsenal fans that are unhappy for today's loss, I'm very sorry. You're just like me. I'm just like you. Hey, listen, we go on. We get to the next game. And for others that are, saying it's okay, hey, it is okay. We move on to the next game. But we have to really learn from our mistakes. Listen, if we just let the mistakes happen and we don't bring those mistakes to light and face them and really kind of discuss our mistakes with our own selves, amongst ourselves, then we're not going to get better. And I'm looking for a system that Mikel Arteta can change when he takes Partey out. I'm also looking for a system that Mikel Arteta can adopt when we have those teams that are playing to frustrate Arsenal Football Club. Don't forget, subscribe for more videos, like and share. But again, most importantly, subscribe. I have some stats here to, go over. Shots total, Arsenal had 15 shots. Everton had 12. Shots on goal, we had 3 and they had 4. Shots off goal, we had 7, they had 5. Shots blocked, we had 5, they had 3. Shots inside the box, 12 for them, 7 for us. Shots outside the box, 3 for us, 5 for them. I wanted to see us take more shots from outside, but it didn't happen. Foul, they had 12 fouls versus our 7. Offsides, they had 3, we had 0. 7 corners for them, 5 for us. They had a lot of corners. They were pressuring it, most, if not all the time. Position for the whole entire game, Arsenal had 70% position. That's how many passes? Arsenal had 628 passes versus 251 for the winning Everton. Today, accurate passes, we had 545 of them, and they had 177. The accuracy percent for us, 87%, which is extremely high. However, those are just stats. The most stat that mattered is the one stat at the end of the day, which is 1-0 for Everton. Sorry for Arsenal fans again, and hope to see you next time on the winning side again against Brentford on February 11th at the Emirates Stadium. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share, and hope you have a great week.